We're often being asked what different dream elements might mean. I'm going to give a category, but we'll do some other shorter videos with some particular ones that might have different meanings. And the category are bugs, insects. Like, what does it mean when you see a bug or an insect? Well, what's bugging you? You get it? I love the play on words. God does that all the time. And until we really understand the Hebrew or the Greek, we miss how many times there's word plays in scriptures. Often bugs in a dream is talking about something that bugs you, but different ones might have meaning. I mean, think about a cockroach. A cockroach is not a good thing. They hide in the dark. It says that there's a dirty environment, which means that there's things that are not spiritually pure, spiritually clean. There's issues that need to be dealt with. There's things that need to be cleaned up. So if you're seeing cockroaches in a dream, there's issues that are underneath the surface, and you're seeing little bits of the issues. But they say if you see one cockroach, there's probably 100 more that are hidden. If you're seeing a cockroach in a dream, there's a lot of issues, and you're just seeing the tip of the iceberg, if you will, of what's going on. So that has one meaning. What about flies? Flies, they're attracted to dead things. They're attracted to manure. Again, it's a very negative thing. But if you take off the F off of flies, you end up with lies. Often they talk about lies, which is one of the reasons why there's a name for our enemy, Beelzebul, which is the Lord of the flies. The father of deception is the Lord of the flies. He feeds off of dead things. And so seeing flies can talk about demonic activity that's going on. Now, again, the context is going to tell you a lot about it. So when you see these negative types of insects, that's probably it. But there's also maybe more positive types of insects. And you think of any of the insects that might have been clean insects in Scripture. Now, again, you go back to the Mosaic Law, and you find clean animals and unclean animals. Now, it's important because this is how God thinks, so it's how he's going to use metaphor. And so you think of locusts. Locusts were allowed to be eaten. John the Baptist ate locusts and honey. So if you're seeing a locust, what is the locust doing? If it's devouring a crop, that's a negative thing. That's a bad thing. That the scripture in the minor prophets often talks about locusts that come and they devour provision. They eat up our income so that we don't have what we need to move forward. And there's a judgment that comes on that. God says he's going to restore what the locusts have stolen if we return. So locusts can talk about judgment against finances. Maybe there's something to do with finances that need to be dealt with or repented. But it also could be talking about something positive because of the John the Baptist issue. He's eating locusts with honey. It could be talking about a prophetic calling or being able to partake and find nutrients in what other people do not find tasteful, that you're able to partake of and receive and feed off of what's in the environment and hear what God is saying in that. So you got to look at the context. That tells you a lot. Insects. Now, there's a lot more insects, and we'll get to some of the other ones in another one, but that's an interesting dream element.